Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zack Jackson. We got our co-host, Lorenzo, our co-host, Justin, here back on another episode. Welcome, guys, to the show. Glad you guys can get on this morning. Powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard wishes to DreamYard go. We got a pretty cool episode today. I know we didn't get you guys on Recap Monday. Hasn't been a lot of sports happening. Obviously, me and Lorenzo last week talked about the big news of Micah and Terry McLaurin asking for a trade and all that stuff. But right now, we're going to be going over in the NFC East, the four teams in that division, which are the Cowboys, the Commanders, the Giants, and the Eagles, going over their 2025 upcoming schedule. We'll go over what their record's going to be, and for both of us, we'll jot that down. So at the end of the season, we can go over how close our records were actually towards our predictions earlier in the season right now to when they are at the end. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going over the Eagles first up, defending champs. Obviously, you got to give them their praises. They came back from last year, and they basically just killed the Chiefs. So now let's see what they got coming into this season. So first game, guys, we got the Dallas Cowboys, obviously, as I'm a Cowboys fan. No bias here. It's Thursday Night Football, ring ceremony. Everyone is going to pick us to lose this game. And to be honest, without Michael Parsons, I don't know what the hell's happening. So if I can't say that he's going to play, our defense is going to be like absolute Swiss cheese. It might be already, even with him there. So I'm going to say that the Cowboys lose, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout like people think it is. I think it's actually going to be a closer game. I just don't think we have enough. But hopefully I'm doing reverse psychology, so I'm going to say they're going to lose, and they end up winning. Let's hope. For my sake. What's your take, Lorenzo? Does the Cowboys, the Eagles win this game, start out 1-0 of the season?
Okay, thank you for having me on again, Zach. First game of the season, it's a Thursday night game. Personally, we were actually talking about it a bit earlier before the show, and I want to allude to what Justin said. This is actually not going to be a Thursday night game that's going to be total garbage. This is not, and that's the great thing about it. We finally, I don't remember when's the last time there was a Thursday night game that wasn't bad. This is already promising to not be a bad game. Now, if it was Cowboys and Dolphins, I would say absolutely. But this is actually a great billing for a week one game, especially for Thursday night ratings. I do think, what's that?
It's a division rival game, which is fantastic.
Huge division rivalry, huge hate for both these teams. They've played each other since 1960, ever since the Cowboys came in the league. I think that of course, like you said, everybody's going to be betting against the Cowboys. There's no doubt about it, especially with the current state of the team now. And I think the Eagles, now going for the Eagles season, I think they will be first. But I think they're definitely not going to have the year they had this year. I definitely don't think they're going to repeat. They lost too many guys on defense for me, and I mean a lot of guys got traded from that defense. They still have a solid enough defense in this game, but if the Cowboys, honestly, if they keep Parsons, that's the big factor, like you said earlier. If they keep Parsons, that will honestly make or break the defense for this game and for the rest of the season to come. I don't really trust Brian Schottenheimer as a head coach, the great son of the great Marty Schottenheimer. I don't really trust him as your next head coach. And I just think that the Eagles can easily win this game, but I think the Cowboys can have a solid enough fight where it won't be a blowout, like you said. And but I do think the Eagles have definitely lost a lot of players to the fact that I don't think they're going to make as great of a championship or Super Bowl run as they had last year. But it is going to be a very entertaining game, though.
What do you think, Justin?
I mean, I'm looking at their schedule right now. I think they beat the Cowboys. I think they could beat the Chiefs too. Then they got the Rams after that, the Bucks, the Broncos, then the Giants, then the Vikings. I think they don't have a hard schedule. Then the Eagles, then the Giants again. then the Eagles. So their schedule doesn't really get tough until around like the mid-season mark. So I think they can still make a playoff push and be good. They'll probably win the division, to be honest. But I think I'm gonna put their record, looking at it, and off of doing like playoff predictions and stuff, I have them going 13-4. So I don't know what that's gonna mean in the playoffs, because the playoffs is a whole different scenario. You could lose one game and be out, but I do think they'll be a dominant regular season team. They still have Saquon Barkley, even though they lost a few pieces on defense. Their offensive line is still intact. They still have Smith and Brown, and I believe Goddard too. They just have a great team, and that tush push is still annoying.
All right, so you think 13-4. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I think they beat the Cowboys game 1. I'm not gonna. I don't know.
I think they could beat the Chiefs.
No, I think they can beat the Chiefs, but I don't know. It's at Kansas City. I'm gonna go with Kansas City.
I'll go with the Eagles on that one. I think the Chiefs are going to be much worse this season.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, they had a miracle season last year, bro. They were not that good.
Yeah, no, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
I'm not, but the rest will
not.
cheat for them whenever. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they had a very off year, Zach, and they barely won games last season. They're definitely not the team they were in 2022 or before.
I'm not saying they are. Again, it's you have your picks, I have mine. So I'm taking Kansas City, and they're 1-1 for me. They're 2-1 when they go against the Rams. I think they'll take down the Bucs pretty easily.
I think the Bucs will beat them.
I don't think so.
Absolutely. Have you seen the last couple matchups against these two? The Bucs are the one team that can take them down. They spoiled them in the playoffs the year before.
All right, well then
Absolutely.
I'm taking their 2-1 up to the Bucs thing, and wait no.
3-1 up to the 2-1 and 3-1. I think they beat the Bucs. 4-1 they beat the Broncos.
Yep.
5-1 they beat the Giants. I think JJ McCarthy won't be that good. So I'm gonna say 6-1 here, then 7-1 against the Giants. I think they sweep the Giants. I love the Giants. My team,
we got somebody in the chat. Hannah says that the Chiefs' whole first string was hurt essentially last year. A healthy Chiefs roster is scary and will be better. If anything, the Eagles are going to be worse this year. Interesting.
Good take, I guess.
So at week 8, they're like 7-1.
Yeah, I got them 7-1 going into week 8. I'd maybe potentially be 7-2. I mean, 6-2, depending on if they lose to the Bucs. But I got them 7-1.
I got them.
I think they beat Green Bay.
No, I would say probably they lose to Green Bay.
Off the bye though.
They could. I think they might lose to Green Bay.
At Lambeau Field at week 10. Yeah, no.
It's a Monday night primetime game.
I don't care. I'm taking 8. They're gonna be what was it? They're gonna be
7-2.
7-2.
Or 8-1 for you guys.
No, I got them in 7-2. I think they lose back to back. I like Detroit.
You think they're gonna lose at home now to the Lions?
7-3. And then they beat Dallas. I think they sweep Dallas this year.
So that's 8-3.
8-3. I get that they beat the Bears 9-3. That's a
I think they could beat the Chargers.
No, they could definitely beat the Chargers.
No, they could definitely beat it, but it's still a tough game. I like.
So 10-3.
No.
10-3. I think they lose to the Raiders. I think Washington gives one of them.
I think they beat the Raiders, but they lose to Washington.
That's
they
what I
split
just
with
said. Washington.
I think they split because they always struggle with Washington.
I think they lose to Washington, and I think they lose to the Bills. And then
I think they beat the Bills, and then they beat the Commanders.
So I got them losing to Washington and the Bills, and then beating the Commanders at the end. So I have these 2 losses. I have I have Green Bay and Detroit. That's 4 losses for them, and then I have Kansas City. So that's 5. So they're 12. They're 13. They're 12-5.
I have that same record, Zach, except I have them losing to the Bucs instead of the Chiefs.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So
I would say they're 12-5 though, and I say they won the division.
Yeah, I mean we were 1 game off. I just think that they're going to be a little bit less than they were last year. I like them at 12-5.
I think that they're gonna. I think the Bucks can easily beat them. Though they did it last year.
No,
They did it the year before.
if they do beat them, then they're 11 and for me they're 11-6.
If anybody can play spoiler to the Eagles, it's the Buccaneers. They have
Or
a tendency to lose to
Washington,
Washington and Tampa Bay. Those are the two teams that can play spoiler on them easily right now.
First off, First off, you have a thing on your thing saying pay Micah. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. I'm not a biased Cowboys fan. I think
He doesn't do anything in the playoffs.
I think the Eagles can definitely sweep us. I'm not saying that the Commanders can sweep us, and I'm not saying the Giants can sweep us. So I don't know what you're saying now. Everyone thinks that the Cowboys can get swept because we legitimately play against shit competition. We think we're better than we are, and then when we play against good competition, we don't show up. AKA Dak Prescott, or our defense, or our coaching. We get outcoached every top game. Watch last year. Watch the year before that. It's just facts. There's no bias. If you watch the games, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if you're not, then you're delusional as hell because it's just right there in front of you. You need to understand why that they're not beating the Eagles. Now, if they do beat the Eagles, then we have to change something. But I don't think they're beating them. They have a better chance of beating them at Dallas. But to be honest, for some reason, we play them fantastic in Philly. When we play them in Philly, it's like the biggest dogfight. When we play them in Dallas, we either win or we lose. So I don't know what's happening. But I got them 12-5 going into next year. Justin's got them 13-4. Lorenzo's got them 12-5. So we're going to be moving on to our second schedule, and that's going to be going over the Washington Commanders. So I'm going to share my screen for that, and we'll get right into that. So the Commanders are a little bit different. Obviously, we know if you guys have been keeping track, Lorenzo is not very fond of the Commanders. He thinks it's a Cinderella story. They only had one good year, and they're going to be shit next year. To be honest, in that sense, I hope they're shit. If I'm being honest, I really hope they're shit. But I don't think they're going to be shit. So their first game of the season is against the Giants. For me, I have them beating the Giants. Their second game of the season is against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. I think
it'll be close.
I think this is going to be close, but I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers with this one.
Yeah, I'll take that too.
I think it's a make it, prove it type of year for Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. I think they really got to go in it, and I think they're going to be really good this year. So I got the Commanders losing to this one. I got them 1-1.
Zach, I would say that for week 2, I would say that it's a make it year for both teams because Jaden Daniels, like I'm a critic of that team. I still think they have to beat the Cinderella talk about them.
Well, again, I really think that the Commanders are the real deal. I really think Jaden Daniels is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL as his career goes on.
That's what I mean, bro. It was his rookie season.
Yeah, it's fun.
People are putting him too high on a pedestal.
No. I don't agree.
And I think
I don't agree that he's supposed to be as a top 5 now. No,
I know that. I'm saying you're saying he's like one of the most sensational rookies that
he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league in a couple years from now. Same as CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud just had a bad year, but everyone fucking hurt on his team. Like, do you think of last 2 years ago and then this year, CJ Stroud's team was totally different.
Yeah.
So, I'd say.
But CJ's had time. He's had 3 different. He's been in 2 seasons.
Yeah, and Jaden Daniels is coming to his second season.
Yeah, and we've seen that he has tremendous growth. Jaden Daniels, we need to see more time with him.
The whole thing with CJ Stroud, Lorenzo, if you don't remember, the whole thing with CJ Stroud was he had a fantastic, sensational first year, which was 2 years ago. Last year, he was horrible because he had no offensive line. They all were hurt. His wide receiver went down, Tank Dell, and they had one guy and one guy only with the tight end, and their running backs were hurt. So, and their defense was atrocious last year because everybody was injured on and off the field. So 2 years ago, they were one of the best teams in the NFL, in the AFC. Last year, they were not. CJ Stroud just didn't look good.
I think the sophomore jinx can play into effect here for his second year.
I mean,
but at least for Packers game's the prove it game.
All right, this guy just said Jaden Daniels is the best QB ever. All right.
Oh,
All right, yeah, we know what
this
type
is
of man
exactly
he
what
is.
I mean, Zach. That's what I'm talking about, bro. With the putting him on the
But
pedestal.
Zach,
Well, let's
Zach,
go down the list here.
but
What?
Zach,
What's up,
Or
Justin?
Justin,
you
you have
should go
thoughts on
to
the
this
first three
site. You
games?
should go to this site called Playoff Predictors because that's what I'm doing. Look, type in Playoff Predictors NFL and go to that site because you could clearly see like the predicted records and everything. Type in
Yeah, but
Playoff
I don't want.
Predictors.
I don't want to put somebody else predictions. I want to put
No,
my.
no. It's yours. You pick them.
Oh, all right. So what is it?
That's
Playoff.
what it's called, Playoff Predictors NFL. Because I have mine right here, and I did all of mine while you guys were talking. I got the Eagles at 13-4. For the Cowboys, I got them at 12-5. The Commanders 10-7, and then the Giants 8-9.
Oh, I see what
That
you're
is
saying.
a crazy,
But it's based off who they're
crazy
playing.
thing.
It's based
Imagine
off
that
who
would
they're
happen.
playing. The Cowboys have a very easy schedule, bro.
No, I'm just saying in general, but
Yeah, go to Playoff Predictors because then you'll see it. Because it sounds crazy, but if you look at the games, it's not that crazy.
Wait, I'm so confused. Oh. So you have who's? Oh, but I have to do all this. I'd rather just do this another time because I don't have the time for it.
Oh, we're going through the games right now. You can just do that division and click it. Like you click the
Oh, I
team.
see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you click. So on the side, you change it to division, and then you click the team you want to do from that division, and then it gives you a list of the games, and then you just pick from them, and then it lists like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all that.
This thing.
Yeah. So you go and you change it. Well, mine is not like that. It's called V2 Playoff Predictors.
Oh my god.
Like just type in Playoff Predictors NFL,
No,
and I'll just send it to the chat.
I got it. I got it. So yeah, I got it. I guess this is it. I have no idea. Playoff predictors. All right. I think.
Let me see it.
All right. I'm gonna.
We're talking about the Commanders, right?
Yeah, we were talking about the Commanders.
I'm gonna talk about my schedule, like where I have them, their record, and where I have them being.
Alrighty.
All right, so heading into the Commanders, they're coming off a pretty good season. Lorenzo's saying that they're a Cinderella team, but I don't think so. I think Jaden Daniels is actually him. I think he's a great quarterback, LSU guy. Love my LSU guys, but they start this season on a 1 p.m. game against the Giants at home, and I don't know why. I don't know how, but I have a sneaky suspicion the Giants are going to steal that game. The only reason why I say that is because the Giants and Commanders always play close games. I don't know why, no matter whether the Giants are good or bad. It's always a close game, always comes down to the wire, at least one of the matchups. So I have the Giants beating them in week 1. Then I have the Packers winning week 2. The Packers winning week 2. Week 3, they play the Raiders. I think they're just better than the Raiders. I think they beat the Raiders. Then week 4, they play the Falcons. I got them beating the Falcons. Even though the Falcons have the makings of a pretty nasty offense, I got Washington winning. Then they play the Chargers in LA. I think they take a L. Then they play the Bears. I think that's a dub. I think the Cowboys win at home against Washington week 7. Week 8, Washington loses to Kansas City. Week 9, the Commanders beat Seattle. Week 10, they beat the Lions in a tough, close game. Week 11, they beat the Dolphins. Then they're on their bye. Then they play Denver. That's a win. I got them losing to Minnesota. I got them splitting with the Giants this year, winning week 15. I got them beating the Eagles in week 16, beating the Cowboys in week 17, and losing week 18 to the Eagles.
Which puts them at what?
So that would mean their record would be 10-7.
Alrighty. That's not bad. Well, I'm gonna go through the same playoff thing while I'm still picking the stuff. So I have the Commanders beating the Giants, losing to the Packers, beating the Raiders, beating the Falcons. So they're now they're 3-1. I think they lose to the Chargers. I like the Chargers in this one. So I think they're 3-2. I got them beating the Bears. I'm gonna have them losing That's tough. I'm gonna have them losing to the Cowboys. And I have them losing to the Chiefs. So I think they're 4-4 right now. Then they beat Seattle. I'm gonna agree with Justin on this one with the beating the Lions. I think this is a tough one. It's a close. It's a close game. They played the Lions a lot better, and we got to see that defense because last year that defense was bad because everyone was hurt. So we'll see what they are now. I got them beating the Miami Dolphins. So right now I got them at a 7-4 record. I'm gonna have them beating. Since that, I'm gonna have them beating the Broncos. I think they take down Minnesota. I got them beating the Giants, and then I got them losing to the Eagles, beating the Cowboys, and then losing to the Eagles.
You don't think they always split though?
I
Uh,
thought we mentioned that
Commanders win at
earlier.
least one at
well,
home.
no, you mentioned that earlier. I'm cool with what I'm saying, but it's either they're to 12-5 or they're gonna be 11-6. I mean,
I got them 10-7, man. I think they're gonna take some weird losses.
I'll do
yeah,
my
I'll take Washington just the fact that they usually the last year they split, so I'll take Washington with this one. On the last game of the season, because if Philly's the way they are, they're probably gonna sit people. So Washington probably playing for a playoff spot, and Washington probably needs that win. So I got them going 12-5. It's kind of tough to say, but I do have them 12-5. I mean, I could honestly just put them as a loss for Detroit, make them at 11-6, which I think is the factor. It's going to be a really close game. Yeah, I'm going to change that. I'm going to take Detroit.
I got them at 10-7, man. I think they lose to Minnesota, man.
I got them 11-6. I think they're 6-2 at home, 5-4 away. That's where I got them 11-6.
I'll do my predictions then.
What say you, Lorenzo?
All right. So I'm the one of the group who thinks that they are not going to be as good as they were last year. I personally think Washington won by like minimal points. And that's the truth. They had dog fights in a lot of their games last season. But I will take them the first week they beat the Giants. I do actually think they can beat the Packers though. I'm not sold on the Packers. Oh, you just took off.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were doing your own thing.
No. I was going off the list.
Oh,
the
my
schedule.
bad.
Here we go again. All right, back to this. I think that actually they can beat the Packers that week. But the thing is that it's in Lambeau. It's a week 2 game. It is Thursday night, but I still think they could beat the Packers, if anything. The Raiders is a tough one because I feel like the Raiders are going to be a much better team than they were last year. So that's honestly a tough one for me to decide. I think that's the only one I'm uncertain about. Honestly. I think they beat Atlanta. I think they lose to the Chargers. I think it's going to be once again, another year of a very, very close nail biter against the Bears. And I do think the Bears can possibly beat them. I'll take the Cowboys over them. Then I'll take the Chiefs. And then I have them beating Seattle. I think the Lions beat them. Then I think they beat the Dolphins. And then they play. And then the bye week happens. So where are we at here? They're at. What's that?
They're playing Denver.
No, I meant like what would their record be there?
I don't know. That was supposed to be what you were picking.
They beat Denver. They beat Denver by minimal. I think the Vikings beat them. I do have the Vikings over them. Then I think it'll also. I agree with what Justin said earlier. I think it could be a dogfight. It's always I think the Giants could take that game, and then the Eagles beat them. Then they beat the Cowboys, and then the Eagles beat them.
Alrighty.
which would round out to. I thought you were going to put it in.
No, this is my stuff.
Yeah,
Supposed to
you
be
you
on
could
your
you
computer.
could pull up the site on your computer and
I
do it.
will put it on my end then.
Yeah, the site's called Playoff Predictors. Just hit the little football.
I have them at that point. I have them at in a very close. I think they're going to have once again though a very very close season. I think a lot of their games are going to be extremely close again. I do see them as a big Cinderella team, and I think it's too early to call Jaden Daniels a sensational QB in the league and one of the best, personally. And I have them finishing though at 10-7, which I believe was the same record that Justin had.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's my thoughts on them. I think they'll take second though, or third.
But in
But I
in
think
my
they'll be a
case,
wild card out.
yeah. But I think the biggest thing for me is I have them going 1-5 against winning teams and 9-2 against losing teams. So they have a kind of favorable schedule. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah. Now Washington will be an interesting thing. So now we're gonna do the Cowboys schedule. And again, I'm gonna go first here.
I'll go second.
We're going over the records here. We took Philly week 1 to beat Dallas, so that's that. I'm taking Dallas to beat the Giants week 2. Dallas against the Bears at Chicago. That's a tough game, but I'm going to say we win this one, and then we're going to lose to the Packers. Because we, for some reason, can't beat the Packers. At all. Never. So right now we're 3-3. I got the Cowboys beating the Jets. Got the Cowboys beating the Panthers. So we're 5-3 going in there. Jaden, appreciate the follow. Now we have the Dallas beating Washington. Dallas in Mile High. I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say this is a tough game, but I think Dallas pulls this out. It also depends on where our defense is. Is Mike on the team? Is he playing? Like, what's happening there? Cardinals, I think Cowboys win. So going into the bye, we're not bad. We're 7-3. Again, I think we've played pretty good competition. Played Eagles, played the Bears, played the Packers, played the Broncos, and played Washington. So out of the 9 games we played, I think we've played at least 5 good teams. So it's not terrible. Better than last year or 2 years ago when we had like 6 straight terrible teams. Monday Night Football off the bye, though, I think Dallas wins. Against the Eagles, I don't know. Justin, who'd you have? The Cowboys beating them?
I got the Eagles winning that game.
So you had the Eagles sweeping the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen this year. I think this game is going to be either a blowout or it's going to be the Cowboys. I think the same thing goes for week 1. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think the Chiefs beat us. I don't know, because that game now is a little bit different. The Chiefs are not as good as they were, but again, I don't know how good we are.
I don't know about that defense, man. I don't know.
Who? We played Detroit. Who do you think?
That's a tough game.
I think that one's I think that one's no brainer. I think Detroit beats us. I think we can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. That's pulling out a little bit too much, but I think we can. But I'm going to stick with the Chiefs, and I'm going to stick with Detroit. So right now we're back to where we lost 3. Oh wait, did I not pick the Eagles? Yeah, I didn't pick the Eagles. So right now we are 8-6, which I think is not a bad record. I'm going to take Cowboys beating Minnesota. I'm going to take Cowboys beating the Chargers, and then the Cowboys beating the Giants. So where we could beat the Chiefs, there's a game in here that we could beat. Who's the team? We could split one game with the Eagles or beat Detroit. I don't know. It's either this is what's going to happen. It's either we somehow win Detroit, Kansas City, or one of the Eagles games. That's going to be the difference of us going 11 and 12 and 5.
All right.
I'm going to lock that in.
For me, I think it's the consensus is week 1, Philly's taking that game, ring night. They're not losing that. Week 2, Dallas goes back home. They always smoke the Giants. So they're a nightmare type of game. You want to put him on as your starting quarterback whenever he's playing the Giants. He goes crazy against them. The Bears, I got them beating the Bears. I just don't think the Bears will be that good this season. I'm not a what's his name, Caleb Williams.
I'm not a Caleb Williams guy either.
I'm not a Caleb Williams guy either. I got him beating Green Bay.
That's probably the difference right there.
I got him beating the Jets. I got him beating the Panthers. I got him taking the first matchup against Washington at home. I got him beating Denver. I got him beating Arizona.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. So in 9, you have them going 8-1 in the first 9 games.
The Commanders.
No. That's not. That's what I'm not. That's not what I'm asking. I'm talking.
I got them beating Green Bay.
All right.
So that would give them.
I'm gonna say we're gonna lose that game, or we're gonna win that game. It's the only way it works.
So that gives them an 8-1 record before the bye. Then after the bye, they play the Raiders. I think that's a W. They play the Eagles, they lose. They play the Chiefs, they lose. They play the Lions, they lose. They play Minnesota, I think they take that. They play the Chargers, they take that. Then week 17, they play the Commanders. The Commanders last game with the Chiefs. This could go either way because at this point, we don't know whether the Cowboys are playing for anything or not. So if they're not playing for anything, then I think the Giants take it. But if they are, then the Cowboys with the 11-1 record against the losing teams and a 1-4 record against
I don't know. That's pretty. That's pretty
wild.
I know, but
yeah, I know that. But I have them. So I have them a little bit put their records in. So their records right now, the losing teams are the losing teams. So then they might not even be the losing teams when we do their schedule. That's just based off what it is. So you have to do that at the end of the thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's not bad. I'd still say we're 11-6. Again, we could be. There's a potential to be 12-5. It's either we beat Green Bay. We could beat Green Bay, and I think we can beat Green Bay. So if that's the case, then we're 12-5. And then here's a toss-up. I don't think Detroit's one that we could beat. I don't think Philly's the one. I think obviously how good each team is. There's always a potential because it is the division game. But I think this game right here, the Kansas City game, I would circle this game on Thursday Night Football. I think this game is going to be a big factor in our confidence going into the end of the season and see where we at. Because if we can take down Kansas City, that would put us at a that there's a big difference right there. If we are going in the way Justin is saying and we beat Green Bay going into this game and the schedule, the way we set it, Justin, where we have Cowboys losing to Detroit, beating the Chargers, and the Vikings losing to Washington, then beating the Giants. This could be a massive game right here. This one right here, Washington. But if we want to really, if we can go like this down here, I think Kansas City's a big game, and it's in Dallas. That's a big game. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to keep them at 11-6.
All right, I guess it's my time now.
Yeah.
So, for the Dallas Cowboys, them boys, also known as America's team, but nobody calls them that except for Zack.
I don't call them America's team. We should get the fuck out of America's team. We're not.
I think they still are.
Yeah, I definitely don't think they have been or ever.
We're not supposed to. All right, hurry up. Go.
But my predictions. I think I'm going to make it fast. Like Justin said, they always pound the Giants somehow in the beginning of the season for whatever reason. Like even when the Giants were a winning team. The Bears, I have the Bears big game in Chicago, in the Windy City, and I think the Bears take it. And I am kind of a believer in Caleb Williams, but I don't think he's going to be the determinant factor. I think it's going to be defense. Packers always. Zack said it best himself. The Packers always beat the Cowboys for some reason, for the most part.
Especially in Dallas.
Especially in Dallas. But even at Lambeau,
but actually,
they do the
it's
same
always
thing.
closer in Lambeau.
Just because the NFC North is going to spoil them, I think they're going to beat them big time. Then I got Dallas having 2 easy games here. They beat the Jets. The Jets do Jets things. The Panthers are going to be – I think they're going to be a better team this year, but that'll be on another episode. But I still think that they'll beat them. That'll be a closer game. That will be a closer game.
37-21 Cowboys.
What?
37-21. It will be 20. It will be 21. It will be 21-30 going into the end of the game, and we have an end-off touchdown, make it 37-21.
I will remember that number.
Okay, 37.
I
will remember it. So it's okay.
And we'll see if Zack is right now, since he just said that. Then I have the Cowboys beating Washington for the first game. We went over that. Then I got the Broncos beating Dallas. I think that's crazy that the Cowboys will beat the Broncos. I think that this is in Denver too. I don't think the Cowboys are going to beat them. I think the Broncos are going to play spoiler. That's a team I think that's going to go up coming this season. Then I actually have the Cardinals beating them. I think the Cardinals are a sneaky team. Yeah, I do. I think they are a sneaky team.
I can't wait to do the Steelers.
Underrated teams in the league. They are one of the most underappreciated teams in the league right now, by far. They just don't. They need to be more consistent with winning games, by far. And Zack is losing his stuff right now. But the Cowboys go into.
Can we just stop your part right now, bro? Please. I can't with this Cardinals stuff.
Hurry up!
Hurry
up!
I think they're an underrated team.
Hurry up!
They're
I don't care about the Cardinals.
team.
When we blow them the fuck out, then we got a problem.
Oh, all right. Here we go now.
Yo, I can't wait to do the Steelers, Justin. I cannot wait. Your 41-year-old quarterback.
They are the most bland,
We're not even
boring
playing you
team
guys.
in
You're
the
not even going to
NFL.
play season. God's sake. All right. So they lose to the Raiders and it's going to be a close game. Yeah, Zack, lose your shit more. Next game, the Eagles beat them. Next game, they beat the Chiefs. Then the Lions beat the Cowboys. Then I got them beating I got Washington, the Giants taking them over, which will leave them at a 6-11 record. Brian Schottenheimer is in shambles, and this team's not going to be that good. They're not.
Bro, they have one of the ears.
I don't know how you guys are putting this team as a good. They're not going to be a good team.
They're not, but they're going to beat bad teams.
They're not going to be. What bad teams did you
I'm
notice
just saying.
How many bad teams did you notice that I mentioned there?
Bro, I don't
wait.
good,
team.
Bro.
I think they're going to be solid this season.
Bro, they're going to beat the Raiders, bro. They're going to beat the Raiders. They're going to beat the Chargers, too, and they're going to beat the Vikings. They're going to beat the Bears.
They're not going to beat the Bears.
They're going to beat the Bears, bro.
The Bears have a new
I hate the Cowboys.
A whole new coaching staff. I think the Bears.
That doesn't matter, bro.
Absolutely, it does. But I have them at 6-11.
0-4 Giants. Since they're my
We
team,
saw this one coming.
All right.
I'm
Go
gonna
on,
have to
Zach.
go first because this is my team, man.
Go, Justin. Hurry up so I can.
All right,
Justin,
man. I'm gonna
go
make
for it.
it quick, man. You know, Malik Neighbors is gonna be offensive player of the year. I'm just saying it right now, but his stats are gonna go
That's
crazy.
fantastic.
So week 1, I have the Giants doing something that a lot of people don't think they're gonna
They're
do.
not beating one.
They're gonna beat the Commanders week 1, man. I got them winning the Commanders in a close, grinded out game. Week 2, I got them losing to the Cowboys. Week 3, I got them losing to the Chiefs. Week 4, I got them beating the Chargers. Week 5, I got them beating the Saints. Week 6, I got them losing to the Eagles. Week 7, I got them beating the Broncos. Week 8, I got them losing the season series to the Eagles. Week 9, I got them losing to the 49ers. Week 10, I got them beating the Bears. Week 11, I got the Packers beating the Giants. Week 12, I got the Lions beating the Giants. In week 13, I got the Giants beating the Patriots. So that means it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins for the Giants and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're about 6-6 at this point. After the bye, I have them losing to Washington at home, beating Minnesota, beating the Raiders, and then losing the last game of the season to the Cowboys. So that would give the Giants a record of 8-9, 1-5 against the division.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna have them losing to the Commanders, losing to the Cowboys, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Chargers, beating the Saints, losing to the Eagles. Okay. I'm having the Broncos. What the fuck? I just clicked it. What are we doing here? Eagles winning, 49ers winning, Packers winning. I can see the Giants take this one. Detroit, Giants, Minnesota, Giants. That's it. Their record is 3-14. Fantastic.
No, bro, they're not gonna be that bad. I think their defensive line.
What
is gonna
other
be nice.
teams do you have them winning?
Bro, I just said it, man.
You have them beating.
I got them splitting with Washington. I got them beating the Chargers. I got them beating the Saints.
Okay,
I got them beating the Bears. I got them beating the Patriots.
All right, I have that too.
I got them beating Minnesota.
Oh, so you have them beating Minnesota.
Yeah, I think they can.
All right, I'm sticking with my thing.
All right, man. Lorenzo, please don't hurt my soul.
He's not going to hurt his soul. He's going to agree.
No, because I think that now I'm looking at it for the schedule.
Thank you.
Let's just go over it and see where the Giants is a confusing team with me. I don't think they're going to be god-awful, but I don't think they're going to be spectacular either.
All right, hurry up and go.
Week 1. All right, okay, Zach. Week 1, Washington, they lose. They take it to Washington. I think they're going to lose that game. Nice hope, though, by Justin. I like your hope, though, Justin. And they could play spoiler. I could see that. Cowboys beat them. Chiefs beat them, so they're 0-3 to start off. You know what? I'm feeling it. Giants beat the Chargers. I'm feeling it. Then they beat the Saints because the Saints are going to be god-awful. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Eagles kill them. Broncos kill them. Then they got to play the Eagles again. Good Lord. All right, the Eagles beat them. Niners and Giants. Niners is another team that, like, I'm not exactly sure. Like the Raiders, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do this year with healthy guys. But I will put the Niners ahead of them in a close one. Then I got I got you guys taking the Bears. I got you guys taking the Bears actually I think that you guys can take the Bears. Then I got the Packers beating you. I got the Lions winning. I got you guys beating the Patriots because I don't think the Patriots are going to be too good. Then they got their bye week. I got Washington beating you. Then I got you guys beating. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one for me, actually. I'll give it to the Vikings there. Then I got the Raiders beating you, and then I got you beating the Cowboys for the last game of the year, giving you guys, unfortunately, a 5-12 record.
Exactly.
So actually, you
exactly.
will be, but I don't think you're going to be as
here.
bad as Zack said, and you're definitely not going to be the worst team, nowhere near the lowest of the low teams in the league.
I can't wait.
But you guys will actually be below the Cowboys by one game, in my opinion.
Well, man, you know what would be great if we somehow make the playoffs, and then I can be like, suck it to all you guys that are just hating on my team.
You're not making the playoffs. Sorry, buddy.
Probably wait till 2
That's
years.
what Washington fans said. That's what people said about Washington last year.
No, I actually said Washington was making the playoffs. I gave them.
No, you didn't.
I did. I did.
Before the season started.
I have the
before the season started.
Yes,
Get out of here.
Show the receipts.
Zach.
Show the receipts. Show the receipts.
I'm going to Google Docs right now and going up and pulling.
Let's look at that episode. Let us
No,
look at that episode.
It's not.
And
Yo,
the time and the day.
Buddy, you have to go through hundreds and hundreds of podcasts.
I'll do it. I'm
No,
a wild man. I'll do it right after this.
You're not going through that because you don't have the time. You have to go to work.
Okay. I just got to see these receipts, man. I'll give you a round of applause if you did.
So my final records for this season are the Eagles go 12-5, the Commanders go 9-8, Cowboys go 6-11, and the Giants are 5-12.
I don't know why, but I hope that my record predictions aren't wrong. But I got the Eagles 13-4, the Cowboys 12-5, the Commanders 10-7, and the Giants 8-9.
The way that you make the NFC East sound like one of the best divisions in the league right now with your prediction. If that goes, they will be one of the best.
They will be if it's like that. I'm looking at these other divisions, bro. I don't really think the NFC South will be that good. The NFC West will probably be The NFC East, I think, is the best. Well, it's between the NFC East and the NFC North. They'll be competing for the best division in football and in the conference. My bad.
All right, you want to see it? Look, right before the podcast ends, I still have to do the Eagles thing.
I forgot. I didn't know you were still searching for it.
Yeah, I had to go all the way down in my Google Docs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might actually see.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking blow you fuckers up. Like, don't fucking tell me I haven't done.
I just said show receipts. I didn't say you didn't.
Here's the receipt, motherfucker. Commanders 10-7, Cowboys 9-8. Ha! And Eagles 12-5. Don't fuck with me. Don't not fuck.
You said that before the 2024 season?
Yes, this was. I could tell you where the date this was.
Yeah, show the date. Show the date. Show the date of the version. Click the clock.
Well, now you already opened it, so we can't see it.
Well,
no, just click it and go to the little clock thing right there on the side. By the
I want to hear your reason for that too. Why did you think that back then?
There's like a clock at the top next to the comments. They go to the left more.
It's that clock right there. It's next to the chat.
What?
Hold
on. We'll go over that in a second. Hold on. I need to end the podcast. All right, guys. That's pretty much it for the show here on the Fire Sports Pod. Just to recap what we were going over. Eagles, NFL schedule, Cowboys schedule, Commanders schedule, Giants schedule. I have the Eagles going 12-5. I have the Commanders. I believe, what was it going? Commanders are 11-6. Cowboys are 11-6. And the Eagles 12-5 and the Giants 3-14.
Mine
Justin,
is
what's yours?
Eagles 13-4, Cowboys 12-5, Commanders 10-7, and Giants 8-9.
Lorenzo, what's yours?
Eagles 12-5, Commanders 9-8, Cowboys 6-11, and Giants 5-12.
Jesus Christ. All righty. That's it, guys, for here for the show. We'll see you guys all for a recap Monday. Appreciate all the support out there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Peace out, guys.